Hello everyone. Today is Thursday, October 20th, 2022 at 7:26 a.m. I woke up at precisely 7 o'clock this morning. So I looked and I didn't get any help this morning or last night for later on today, and I was hoping, as I said, I was hoping to I was hoping to get help with another night for tonight before 10 o'clock this morning Central Standard Time because by 11 I have to check out. And then, say if somebody were to come and help me out at 4 o'clock this afternoon, then I have to go back to the hotel. I would have to come way back over here. So I was hoping to get help by 10 o'clock this morning for another night so I could stay here another night. So I can stay here another night. Now, if somebody was a true Christian or a true believer in Christ, they wouldn't they wouldn't give me thumbs down for my videos, trying to ask for help to get out of the cold weather. And people think, "Oh, just go to a shelter. You don't know what it's like over here, or you don't even know if there are shelters available." So you don't know if there are shelters available. You just like, "Oh, just go to a shelter," like as if you treat me like a pest on my own channel. You're just a random person come commenting on my channel. So the online perps bullied me with 19 thumbs down for saying that the sadistic gang stalkers, they forced me to sleep outside in the cold the night before last. And yesterday I did the video yesterday morning and saying that the sadistic gang stalkers, they forced me to sleep outside last night. And only 4 people gave me a thumbs up, and I got wrongfully 19 thumbs down. Like, they really feel threatened by me getting the littlest bit of help. but but as I said, all these perps, they're trying to play God and treat me like I'm in some kind of, like I deserve to be punished in some kind of detention. And another thing I forgot to say yesterday was Trisha, it's like she sit there and talking about that I deserve karma, and she's always talking about karmic debt. Well, talk about karmic debt. That you glorifying and defending the occult and New Age, and then trying to mix your Christianity at the same time. But I know the perp stuff she did to me when I was there, and she was also throwing up those satanic hand signs, which means she's a deceiver. So it's always the wicked who gets a lot of likes, support, comments, subscribers. If Trisha had a Cash App, she would, be getting a whole lot of damn money by deceiving and lying to people. She does. I don't think she has one. I mean, she has one, but if she was to be asking for money or putting out a Cash App, she would be getting a whole lot of damn support, fake support and money and all. Excuse me. So as I said, when I was there, I remember the hand sign she used to throw up at me and stuff. Like, how you talk about the Bible and throw up devil horns at the same time. She was into the black magic, voodoo, and witchcraft. She's Haitian. I'm from New Orleans, but the foster mom, she was into that, but she kept us in the dark. And I'm glad to not know about voodoo and all. All I know is to stay away from it and avoid it. But I don't know really any voodoo rituals or anything like that, or any spells. And the biological mom, Frances, was heavily rumored to do voodoo. And the biological sister, Ramona, and the biological gay brother, Mark. I heard that they were heavily, and the biological brother, Derek. I heard that they were heavily rumored to do voodoo. So, the biological mom, Frances, she used to buy incense and oils and stuff on Canal Street, and she had a sacred area in her house that she didn't want anybody to go near. Well, I had a sacred area in my house that I didn't want anybody to go near, but for different reasons, though. So, excuse me. But a lot of people say you should let God deal with, people who done you dirty, or that's what I always get told, to let God deal with it. Let God deal with people who do me dirty. But then if people um falsely accuse me of doing dirty, then they think it like, if they falsely accuse me with the gang stalk and smear campaigns, they falsely accuse me of molesting my own niece, in which my twin sister, she admitted that she lied numerous times. She admitted that she lied. And then when we're on good terms. But I'm like, you don't play with nobody's life like that. And so, or she'll admit that, oh, I know you never touched Raven. But then she used that to try to manipulate and try to bully me out of money. This was years ago. So now her cult followers act like they want to try to seek never-ending revenge because of false rumors that they've heard about me and got strong hate. Now, the real scam is if I ask for money for a hotel room and then go do something else with it. But I asked for money for a hotel room and I'm in a hotel room right now. But due to the online gang stalkers, the fact that they want to make threats to call up the place or actually call up places, that's why this, from now on, when I'm in a hotel room, I'll just do the videos in the dark. So y'all won't try to see or try to catch on to where I'm at. And then I get heavily gang stalked. Well, as I said, yesterday was beautiful that I was able to walk over here without, I'm not going to say without any gang stalking activity, but I'll say without noticing any gang stalking activity. Except one thing, they had this white SUV, a lady in a white SUV, and I think once I passed by her vehicle, she drove off, but that was about it. I forgot about that. But other than that, I did not notice really any perp activity. Because I can't even just go to the front office from my room. I can't even just go to the front office and get the doggone little donut packets. I can't even go get them without, I can't go get the little donut packets without some perp activity going on. I can't even walk from here. I'm right near the elevator, like right next to the elevator. If I go just to up the elevator, and then the laundromat is like right above me, right near the elevator, I can't even just do that. Just walk out of the room and then go upstairs and without any perp activity. But today, I don't have I'm not doing laundry today, but I'm just using that for an example. I can't even, like, when I'm at a hotel or motel, I can't even walk to the dumpster. That can be like the dumpster can be like 2 feet away from me, or the trash can be 2 feet away from me. And the instant I walk outside, there's already coincidentally a perp driving by with one headlight in a red car. I'm like, damn, I get no privacy at all. But on Twitter, there's very few supportive targeted individuals that talk to me. Very few, like 3 or 4 of them, maybe 5 at the most. But even people who claim to be part of the body of Christ, they want nothing to do with me, and they falsely make it like as if I'm a stain on the body of Christ and stuff. But while you performing gang stalking activities and glorify yourself as washed white as snow, like, you look at yourself. You actually gang stalk and fake TI perp and a bully and glorify yourself as washed white as snow or clean from your sins. I don't get it. So well, the fact that I'm doing this video in the dark, I'm doing this video in the dark, and hopefully the video will upload faster. But in the evening, like yesterday, it was kind of slow, but usually it's faster in the evening than in the morning. So I'm glad I slept good last night, but I had to do a lot of peeing. I had to urinate a lot throughout the middle of the night, and I think I went to bed early, like 8 o'clock, like right after I ate dinner, and all I had was like for dinner I had a small scoop of mashed potatoes, a small like a thin piece of chicken breast, and 2 pieces of cornbread for dinner, and I was just so tired. And yesterday morning I'm sorry, not morning, I meant to say for lunch, I had meatloaf and macaroni and cheese and some, I think it's turnip greens and cornbread, and I had some ice cream for dessert. But I don't know why I still felt hungry. But I heard that sleep deprivation, sometimes it can make you more hungry, it can make you more anxious, and all kinds of stuff. But yeah, I was hoping to get help with another night in a hotel room tonight. And I was hoping to get the help before 10 a.m. But even if I have to check out of the hotel at 10 o'clock, I still wish I could get help, even if I have to come back. But if someone were to help me at about 4 o'clock this afternoon, at least I still got enough time and enough room to take the bus. But if it's got to be after 5 o'clock or after 6 o'clock, no, actually, yeah, if I'm downtown and if it's around 5 o'clock and somebody help me, I think that's about the last moment that I can take the bus at 5 o'clock, and then 5:30, I could take the other bus, and I think that could be, I don't know if that might be the last trip for the bus. But anything after 6:30, definitely. Anything after 6 o'clock, I meant to say definitely. If I'm downtown and anything after 6 o'clock, I would definitely have to take an Uber, which would cost me like $30. Either $30 to get over here, or stay at a closer hotel room. But the closer hotel room would be $30 more anyway, but I would have to stay downtown, or close there, but it would still cost $30 more anyway. So, I mean, I don't know, but then the advantage is I could do more panhandling, and it's Thursday, so they might have a little more people. But tomorrow, I guess I can sleep back on the streets. It'll be gallery night, and the temperature will be like still cold, like in the 50s and stuff, but I guess it'll be tolerable back in the 50s and stuff like that. But the perps, that is evil, that they want to suppress me getting any help. And as I said, why does everybody want me to live up north? Oh, come live in Minnesota, come live in Chicago, come live in Cincinnati. For what? And I'm not even getting any help, well, any warmth here in Pensacola in the South. And I'm a Southern lady. I'm from New Orleans. At least when I was in Milwaukee, at least I had a car. But I was staying by one of my nephews and his girlfriend and their kids, and they all perped, abused, and dogged me out also. And my biological brother Wyatt helped them to do it. It was after Hurricane Katrina. And I suffered, when I left just before Christmas, I left and went back down to New Orleans, but I dealt with the torture. It was like 13 degrees and snow in October in Milwaukee. I probably would have died out there if I didn't have a car or had to be on the streets. But and I spent the winter in New York in 2006 and 2007. And -3 degrees outside. I ain't never lived in no temperatures like that, growing up. But at least I had a roof over my head, but I was dealing with dangerous roommates that were pulling knives on me and stuff. Like, you're a targeted individual if somebody pulls a knife on you. You call the police that your roommate is charging at you with 2 knives. Because she's a military war vet. I mean, she supposedly was in the Gulf War and a military war vet, and charging at you with 2 knives trying to kill you. And she was a narcissistic abuser and an alcoholic. And charging at me with 2 knives several times. Nobody wanted to help me. Me crying out for help. Nobody wanted to help me in that mental health shelter that they forced me in. And whenever I called the police, they would threaten to put me in jail and not her. And that was a traumatizing, scary moment. So that, in 2007, is what led me to overdose on psych pills. And I don't remember what medications I took. And I tried to commit suicide because she was trying to kill me and nobody wanted to help me. And my family found out about it during me blogging on MySpace. And all they could do, my mentally slow, crazy biological family, and all they could do is gossip and laugh and falsely accuse me of just trying to get attention. Being crazy and trying to get attention. They were perps back then. It's really scary out here. And then, as I said, each time I'm disabled, but I still try to get jobs and stuff. And each time I get a job, they try to bully me off the job. Or they make up a lie and set me up. Like what they did at Sky Zone. They trying to make it like I'm banned for the rest of my life from ever going back there. And I can't even find any higher corporate people to go up to talk to. They make it difficult to try to find somebody corporate to talk to to try to talk about what happened. So, and I've been suffering like severe depression lately, very severe depression, to the point where I feel like I'm not even mentally able enough to work at the moment. That I've been so depressed. So I mean, even if I go down, um, if I go, um, you know, if I have to leave here at 11 o'clock and then go downtown, you know, at least close to downtown or midway, I can go to another hotel. As long as I can, be off the streets and out of the cold. Because in person, as I said, they in person, they have people who are very concerned. They were asking me where I was going to be for the cold weather. But these churches will not help. The churches these days, I'm telling y'all, they profess to be Christian, but they're doing the works of Satan. But all they worried about is some damn curse word or somebody cussing them out. But while they do dirty fucking shit, they're really dirty. All you care about is a curse word. But what about the laundry list of felony style dirty deeds that you've done to people? So so now, I mean, all I can do is go get those donuts for breakfast just to throw something in my stomach, and I know it's not healthy, and then I have to take my detox supplement right after, and then I have maybe just enough for one meal for lunch. That's it. And and then I would have to try to get help for dinner. But I mean, it's very clear that the online gang stalkers want me off. They want me wiped off the face of this earth. They want me wiped off the face of this planet. And even other professed targeted individuals, they handpick who to be supportive of or who to go to bat for and defend. They even profess targeted individuals. There's favoritism and elitism in the targeted individual community, whether you're a real TI or a fake one. And it's like, come on, why can't we band together if we're going through the same thing? But the thing is, somebody might be really going through being targeted, but at the same time, they don't believe in Jesus Christ, or they atheists or something, and they might have they might be traumatized by modern day religious abuse. They might be, you know, and I was traumatized by cults and modern day religious abuse. And spiritual abuse is real. Like, not everybody who says that they're a Christian is a real Christian, and they use the Bible to abuse and manipulate and play all kinds of games. So As I said, I'm trying to get help for just one more night for another hotel room night. And as I said last Friday, I put in like nearly 30 job applications. One of them, I was able to smell a gang stalking setup. And another one, somebody asked me, when I was available to do this RV cleaning. And, I guess they were mad because I didn't know that they were expecting me to be available right away in an instant. But I don't have my own car. I got to take the doggone bus, and that's very limiting. It's limiting for me. Even a special little transportation, I would have to go and reapply for that, and that even goes to limited places. I can't even go to like Okaloosa County, or Fort Walton Beach. I don't think. I don't even think I can go to our beach with the special little transportation. But I'm trying whatever I could do to try to survive and stuff. And as I said, they keep suppressing me, and then they attack my Christian beliefs on purpose to try to manipulate and think that they can try to get me to turn away from Jesus Christ. And they attacking me. The Bible also says this, and I'm an atheist, and I know the Bible better than you. And the Bible says this, and they quote Bible scriptures to attack and bully me. And then at the same time, they act like they're rubbing their hands together, hoping that I would cave into the sex trafficking and be a prostitute and a perp. And I'm not caving in. And while other so-called targets, whether real or fake, they go around and falsely say that I'm fake because they get it from the popular fakes at the top of the pyramid. That they all huddle together and turn away from me. and they even, like, when somebody hears a slander campaign or a smear campaign about you, they participate in the bullying too. And it's like, what are you doing if you're supposed to be targeted like me? I just don't understand, And then they falsely accuse me of just cheating and scamming and taking the easy way out. And with my disability, I don't do well with living with people. I can't be around noise. And then to have a roommate to try to stab you over an altercation because they're narcissistic and want to blast their TV too loud. And if you ask them to turn it down, or if you got to deal with a roommate where that y'all fighting over the air conditioner, and it can lead to somebody being ended up in the hospital. I'm hypersensitive to a lot of things, and as I said, I must be doing something right, or I must be a real threat in order to have that many thumbs down. And they bully me and dare me to ask for help. And, online strangers coming on talking about, oh, you had 2 jobs that you quit willingly. No, I explained, if you were there, if you, either you heard some false rumors about me, or like, how is this your first comment in 3 years, and you talk like you know all about me, and then profess to be Christian, but then acting like a cruel narcissistic perp. You acting like a cruel narcissistic perp. And then, I'm heavily shadow banned. As soon as the perps found out about my blog, I kept my blog secret for a while. But they want to make sure that my blog doesn't even crawl. Like with the web crawling and stuff like that. They want to make sure that a Google based blog, they want to make sure it's not They want to make sure it's not searchable on Google. And anything to make me look the most humiliated or the most embarrassing or false things, just whatever makes Candy look bad is what they want to, is what they want the Google search results to be. But as I said, if you drive a Volvo, a 2023 Volvo, and you own a brand new condo that was built from the ground up, and you brag about your F-150 and 4-bedroom house, why are you spazzing out over somebody that's homeless and just trying to get a couple of nights off the streets and in a hotel out of cold weather when they don't really have shelters out here? I mean, they got shelters, but shelters be full. But I've seen other people who are homeless, if they try to get help online, they get bullied and harassed too. But they'll swear that they're not a targeted individual, or like they don't know what targeting is, and they'll block me or call me crazy if I try to let them know it sounds like you're being targeted also. But later on, they might find out the truth and be like, well, I remember that lady that was trying to tell me about I was being gang stalked. Oh yeah, now I see, But I heard that a lot of TIs who are forced to be homeless, a lot of them are not druggies. And being homeless is part of the goals that the gang stalkers force for us to be homeless, jobless, no family, no friends, cut off all your support. I mean, J Demon Rotten shit, I told y'all that she was blatant with wanting to make sure that all my support is cut off. Make sure I get no support. So I know it's been a little while, probably about a week or so, since I wrote any short stories, but I wrote 2 blog posts on my blog, and it's in the description box, So I have a lot of personal writing projects lined up, and some research-related writing projects. I have 2. And I'm in the works of planning to do like a lot of journal topics, a lot of blogging topics about narcissistic abuse and gang stalking and all that. And plus, more short stories to come. I also wish I could do some novels and, bigger fiction and stuff like that. But they want everything about me canceled and shut down. Wow, they're hitting me in the right ear with the frequencies, with the direct energy weapons. I can hear the high-pitched ring. The high-pitched ringing in my ears. And they're trying to make my feet feel numb. But I'm glad I was able to sleep better last night. And I mean, as I said, it's really scary. It's like the people who profess to be like really fake Christian narcissistic abusers, they be the most cruel and cold-hearted. And because they have a position of running the shelter, their position of power makes them considered as the one who's right in the situation, no matter how fucked up and dirty they do somebody, And like that narcissistic perp Sally, they should have got rid of her. But the fake pastor at the Inslee First Baptist Church, they are just as corrupt. And I don't even have a way to get to Milton, Florida, to go to their cold weather homeless shelter. I don't have a way to get there because the buses don't go there. But they're not supposed to open until after November 1st. So November 1st and between November 1st and February 28th, if the weather is below 40 degrees, that's when you get in that shelter. But other than that, They had that narcissistic perp. Sally was the main problem at Inslee First Baptist Church, that cold weather shelter. She was the main problem. And the moment I closed the door behind me to take a shower, she would bam on the door and falsely accuse me of taking too long when I just barely closed the door behind me. And she was an abusive bully who had it out for me, and she was always perping with the red. And she was very narcissistic, and she was shorter than me and 72 years old, and able-bodied and hyperactive. Very tiny little lady. And a very much of a narcissistic abuser who was a narcissistic perp named Sally. And what kind of love do y'all have for people when, I mean, Miss Sally, she was driving around in like a purple luxury SUV or something. Like, I don't remember what it was, but she was living a damn high life. And that's the thing you do, is bully me and set me up on the coldest day of the year and have me kicked out and banned and call the police on me, all because I asked a question about some food that I accidentally left earlier, and I asked a question about it and she went off on me. And I'm like, damn, well that happened very fast. And they had a fake alternative security guard there that was trying to set me up to get arrested. And it's like there was a whole plot, a whole setup, a whole plan that day to get rid of me once and for all. And I was forced to go to the Walmart on Pensacola Boulevard that's close to 9 Mile Road. You know how far out that is? And then that next morning, it was like just barely 30 degrees, and I started to feel my blood turn to slush, and I almost was going to roll over and die. And then fake Walmart, the employees were yelling at me and bullying me, telling me I better not go to sleep and stuff like that. And then the next morning, I had an issue with the bus driver abusing and bullying me. And I think they nearly passed me up. Or I think they did pass me up early in the morning, Route 50. So, even other professed targeted individuals, they warn and say that they even gang stalk in the church. Whether you have a position in the church or not, whether they have a position or not, people participate. Where the entire church is ganging up on you and perping you and stuff. The entire church, really, singling you out. And I knew from the fake Hell's Way Church, I went through it. Everybody was a damn perp at the fake Hell's Way Church in Los Angeles, where I knew David Jane at. So, my information is in the description box. As I said, I'm going to have to check out this hotel by 11 o'clock, and I'm praying and hoping and asking, for any help with, even if I can go close to downtown, that way, I can just have, it might cost $30 or $40 more or something, but at least I can try to panhandle for help with food as well, and then just go to my hotel room whenever I'm, but as I said, I got frustrated and felt like I give up dealing with the Avis job, and then trying to deal with Alsco, and I'm like, damn, that they mobbed me and bullied me off the job, and then me trying the cab driving job, I showed y'all proof of what they did. And getting frustrated and said, well, I quit trying to get a job, period. So last Friday, I applied for so many jobs, and only a few of them responded back. One job tried to say, oh, we closed your application because we couldn't locate you or whatever. And I'm like, wait a minute. I updated my new number. So my information is in the description box. I need any and all the help I can get. As I said, they want to erase me as a writer and an author, and they just want to put on the false image to make like as if Candy's a scamming beggar. And they even manipulate other professed targeted individuals to believe the same thing. I'm an author. I'm a writer.